Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome back to the WWE 2K15 Universe Mode, and this, which is the next episode of CZW's Hardcore Television. Let's have a quick look at the card we've got set for you tonight. We're going to open up with New Jack taking on the Sandman in a Extreme Rules match. We're going to follow that up with Super Crazy taking on Nick Mondo in an Extreme Rules match. Jimmy Havoc will take on Drake Younger. We will see Tommy Dreamer take on Terry Funk. Remember last week, Tommy Dreamer turned on Funk during the Tag Team No. 1 Contenders match. And on the main event, does see the Tag Team No. 1 Contenders RVD and Sabu get an opportunity at the Dudley Boyz CZW Tag Team Championships. So let's get straight into our first match of the evening. As I said, our first match of the evening is going to be New Jack taking on the Sandman in an Extreme Rules match. And here we go. We've got two of the more hardcore icons of ECW here, both known majoritarily for their hardcore wrestling. The likes of Tommy Dreamer and RVD and Sabu, they all had a lot of wrestling ability, but these two were known just basically for hitting each other with stuff. So yeah, be interesting to see who wins this. Whoever does win this will obviously be looking to get up the ladder in the Ultraviolent Underground Championship title picture. Remember, Masada won that championship a few weeks back from Just Incredible, who was the very first champion, winning it at the Tournament of Death pay-per-view. Sandman taking an early advantage over New Jack. Throws him into that far corner. New Jack fights his way out there with that back elbow. And Sandman just throws him at the top of his head. I wouldn't be surprised if this descends into chaos very soon. As I said, both these guys known for their weaponry, not necessarily the best wrestlers in the world. So I'm surprised it's lasted so long without a weapon. And as I say that, here comes the Sandman. And out goes New Jack on the other side. Sandman's got himself a trash can. Slides it into the ring. New Jack just seems to be circling the ring, avoiding Sandman. Now New Jack goes under the ring. But Sandman comes out and takes him out. Both these guys fighting on the outside now. Trading blows. There's a spinning heel kick there by New Jack. Bulldog on the outside by the Sandman. Sandman going back under the ring looking for a weapon. New Jack catches him. And New Jack with a head scissors. I think whoever's created this New Jack core has given him a much more in-depth roster than he really deserves, to tell the truth. And New Jack, if you are watching, please don't kill me for saying that. We know you're a bit of a psycho. New Jack under the ring again looking for a weapon. And again, Sandman catches him. Sandman round the back of New Jack, catches him in a DDT position and picks him up into the Gutbuster. Brings New Jack back to his feet. New Jack throws Sandman back into the ring. Both these guys haven't really been used a lot in my universe mode, not since the, as I said, the Tournament of Death pay-per-view. They were both involved. I think that was New Jack's debut as well. New Jack looking for a weapon under the ring. As Sandman's taking the top off the announce table. New Jack has a baseball bat. Sandman, not phased at all, going to meet him. And just pulls that baseball bat straight away from New Jack. And straight over the back of New Jack again. There's a third time and a fourth as well. The grounded New Jack just beat him with that bat, but he's back up to his feet, just showing how just crazy that guy is, really. Russian leg sweep by the Sandman brings New Jack back to his feet. Picks him up, and there's the powerbomb on the outside. Again, bringing New Jack back to his feet. And there's a big spiked DDT on the outside as well. New Jack brought back to his feet again. And he's going for another powerbomb. No, it's reversed into a face bust, almost like an X Factor there. Great reversal there again by Sandman, hitting that snap suplex. Now Sandman has New Jack up. Pile driver on the outside, also onto the top of the baseball bat as well. Sandman just destroying New Jack, that pile driver on the outside. Now he needs to get him in the ring and pin him. Sandman probably giving New Jack a bit too much time, and New Jack is back to his feet on the inside. New Jack straight back on the outside. New Jack looking for a weapon. Sandman catches him that boot to the back. Sandman dropping New Jack flat on his face. And they're getting very close to this announce table now. New Jack picking Sandman up, but dropping him into that stunner. I thought he was going to try and suplex him through the announce table. Again, New Jack brings Sandman back to his feet, throws him into the ring. And just choking him on the edge of the ring. New Jack up onto the apron. Sandman catches him as he comes back into the ring. New Jack with a snapman. Sandman's back landed straight on top of that trash can. The trash can has been completely crushed. Now Sandman making his way back to his feet. New Jack is signaling for something. Hits Sandman with a clothesline to the back. Now just taunted the grounded Sandman as well. Brings him back to his feet and went for a suplex. But Sandman reverses suplex New Jack on the trash can. Could this be all two? And it is. The Sandman victorious here over New Jack after hitting him with that suplex onto the trash can. Great match here between two, as I said earlier on, two hardcore icons. There's a Russian leg sweep on the outside. This was that suplex into the stunner by New Jack. Great move. And this is what finished it off. You see Sandman reversing that suplex there and just catching New Jack with the suplex onto the trash can. It was already crushed from earlier on in the match, but still, it was enough to keep New Jack down. And the Sandman is victorious here. I'm sure Masada will be backstage looking on this. Keeping an eye on these two guys because he knows these are the sort of people that are going to challenge him for that Ultraviolet Underground Championship eventually. And we do have the best of the best pay-per-view in 4 weeks' time. Be 4 weeks tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. And as I said, yeah, Masada will be defending the Ultraviolet Underground Championship. And who will he be facing? Sandman has definitely put himself in the title picture, but will he be the number one contender when the pay-per-view comes around? And match number 2 is going to be another Extreme Rules match as Super Crazy takes on Sick Nick Mondo. And here we go with our second match of the evening. We've seen Super Crazy in a good spate of form recently. If you saw a couple of weeks back, he had a Extreme Rules match against Tajiri, which amazingly Super Crazy actually put a Tajiri on the announce table, then moonsaulted off of this near side turnbuckle and putting Tajiri through that announce table. I was absolutely stunned at that point in time. It was a fantastic move. And he'll be definitely looking to continue that run of form. As I just said in the last match, Masada does hold that the Ultraviolet Underground Championship here in CZW. And got a pay-per-view in 4 weeks' time. It is the best of the best. So we'll definitely be looking to defend that championship. Best of the best, I think I'm looking at a 2-day or a 3-day tournament. I'm not entirely sure yet how I'm going to do it. I think 3 days might be a good way of doing it. Boost us a couple of more episodes. And then we can have a really good tournament then as well. We'll be borrowing stars from Ring of Honor and Global Force Wrestling as well for that weekend. As we do these bigger, longer events. If you've seen any of my Global Force Wrestling recently, we are currently doing the Best of the Super Juniors tournament, and that is a 7-day long spate of pay-per-views. It's been going really well at the moment. We've got 2 days left, obviously. We've got the Saturday's episode and Sunday's episode. Both of those are hoping to get up by the end of play today, so be sure to check them out. It's been a grueling week for me to try and get all these extra videos made and edited. I've been getting up at sort of 5 o'clock in the morning before work to edit a video to make sure I can get it all online for you. But yeah, on Sunday we will crown our Best of the Super Juniors champion. We'll also have a Global Force Wrestling Championship match, a Intercontinental Championship match, a Tag Team Championship match, and also the Ring of Honor Television Championship will also be defended on the Global Force pay-per-view. So be sure to check that out. So we get back to the match we have for you the moment. Super Crazy and Sick Nick Mondo, Extreme Rules. Said Nick Mondo and Super Crazy both debuting at the Tournament of Death pay-per-view weekend. No one's really established themselves as a big name so far. Of course, as I said, Super Crazy had that great match with Tajiri a couple of weeks ago, where he moonsaulted from that turnbuckle, putting Tajiri through the announce table. As Mondo just throws Super Crazy straight into the ring steps, and then takes the advantage to get under the ring and pull out a table. Super Crazy's got a baseball bat. Oh, and as Super Crazy went to swing that bat, Mondo used the advantage of having the long table to gain some distance and also take Super Crazy out, and again using that table to his advantage. I've noticed in these Extreme Rules matches, some guys do grab tables. They very rarely use them as a table we would know, trying to put their opponent through it. They normally do what we've just seen, where they use them as a weapon. And now Super Crazy has the ring steps, and now just attacking Nick Mondo with them steps. Mondo making his way back to his feet. Nick Mondo is actually one of the current CZW guys. I also believe as well, I don't know how good you guys are watching this, know your indie wrestling, but if you've heard of Drew Gulak, who works predominantly for CZW, but is also starting to work now for Pro Wrestling Guerrilla and a lot of other promotions, I'm pretty sure Nick Mondo is Drew Gulak's younger brother. I might be wrong, I'm just pretty sure that is true. And also Soldier Ant from Shikara is actually Drew Gulak as well, if anyone knew that. I only found that out recently when I went to a UK show and saw Drew Gulak and Soldier Ant on the same card, and then it was actually my friend of mine that actually realised that it's the same guy, which makes sense now because they booked him last year, and as well last year he was booked on the same card as Soldier Ant. But done a bit of research and it is true. Soldier Ant is Drew Gulak. Great moonsault there by Super Crazy. Makes his way out of the ring to try and find a weapon. Nick Mondo catches him with that boot to the side. Super Crazy's back up, swinging kicks at Mondo. Mondo has Crazy up on his shoulders and hits the Death Valley driver on the outside. Super Crazy looks down and out. Oh, Super Crazy's been busted open as well. Must have hit his must have hit his head hard on the ground when he landed in that Death Valley driver. The blood is flowing here now in CZW, as it should be. We know we're in the right place now. This is our hardcore company. Super Crazy just slamming the head of Nick Mondo into the ring post. Great head scissors by Nick Mondo. And I'm just wishing silently that we do get another 100 Creator Wrestler spots in the next game. Because if we get less, I'm really gonna have to cut down. Because at the moment I'm really struggling with small rosters on a lot of these shows because of having all the guys I need to create them. So if it was dropped to say 50, that would completely mean we have to drop one roster. So I'm hoping that's not going to be the case. I know we're going to have a lot more wrestlers to choose from, as I think Nick Mondo may have. Yes, he does. Nick Mondo just pulling Super Crazy off the top rope, slamming him onto the mat, and picks up the victory here. Big victory for Nick Mondo. And as I was just saying, yeah, I know we're going to have what looks to be a full NXT roster, so maybe have an NXT as its own brand to replace maybe Ring of Honor. I'm not overly keen on doing that, but definitely be worth doing. And also, I would imagine we're going to have Attitude Era style guys, and we're going to have Retro guys again. So both of those, and that all of us takes up 10. Sorry, that takes up 4 of our 6 nights as it is. So whether we can just do Ring of Honor and either ECW or CZW, depending. But as I say, we'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it. I think we're going to get the roster reveal. Roster reveal is normally SummerSlam weekend, so as soon as we know that, I can start planning on the best way to set this universe mode up and record it so you guys are going to enjoy it, basically. And match number 3 here this evening is going to be Jimmy Havoc taking on Drake Younger. Here we go with these two guys. This is a normal singles match, and both these guys, I think I mentioned it on a couple of occasions, both these guys are known predominantly for their deathmatch wrestling, where they were. And they almost got typecast in that situation. However, they've both done very, very well over the last couple of years to broaden their horizons as such, and proving just how good they are at normal wrestling. Well, I say normal wrestling as we know it. And since then, both their careers have gone from strength to strength. Drake Younger was being booked as a top guy in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla and other companies up and down America and even the UK as well. And it was from that he was picked up by the WWE. Of course, only as a referee. I think he's like Drake Yokovitz or something like that as a referee. Not made the main roster yet, but he is. He does do the majority of the NXT tapings. And you've also got Jimmy Havoc, who is a British wrestler. Again, known for his hardcore wrestling. However, a great in-ring competitor and holding the championship simultaneously for quite a lot of English companies at the moment. I did see Jimmy Havoc last year actually take on DJ Hyde, the owner of CZW, in a barbed wire match in Nottingham, and that was an interesting match. I've seen barbed wire matches before on TV, but actually being there in person, it was very interesting, shall we say. It was past midnight. The beers had been flowing, and yeah, Jimmy Havoc and DJ Hyde were beating the living crap out of each other. There was a lot of blood at the end as well. But that's what you sign up for if you're going to a barbed wire match. Everyone knew what it was going to be like. But as I said, even though he has the ability to pull off matches like that, great matches like this, which against Drake Younger probably will be, he also has the ability to do. I think both these guys should be looking for Wired Championship here in CZW, if not even setting their eyes on the World Championship. They're both capable. Obviously, Dean Ambrose has been our ever-present champion so far in this CZW roster. We have had a couple of big names join this roster since the Tournament of Death pay-per-view, Biff Busick being one of the main names. I know he'll be looking to get another opportunity at the championship. We did originally start for Bray Wyatt in this roster as well, but he has recently left to go back to WWE. Be sure to check that out. Bray Wyatt is going to be in the upcoming Money in the Bank pay-per-view next week. It's going to be part of that Money in the Bank ladder match. So, as I said, have a look in the description below. You'll find a link to that playlist. Definitely worth a watch. It's going to be a great Money in the Bank pay-per-view. All of the, I say all of them. None of the guys in the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, none of the guys in the Money in the Bank ladder match have ever been champion before. So we're almost guaranteeing a brand new champion in this universe mode. Definitely worth a watch. There's Drake Younger. Takes Jimmy Havoc down in the Falcon Arrow. Now just damaging that arm. Rolling Havoc over. Looked like he was going to go for a submission, but Havoc fights his way back to his feet. Both guys trading blows in the middle of the ring. Havoc gets around the back elbow by Drake Younger. Chop blocked by Drake, and just about catches that clothesline. Havoc goes down. Drake rolling Havoc over, only a 1 count. There's a lot of people staring into my living room at the moment. They're probably not quite sure what I'm doing with the TV on mute, talking into a big microphone. They've put some roadworks out the front of my flat at the moment, and I'm ground floor. And there's a bit of a traffic jam, and they're all just sat there watching me. Hi! So I'm just waving at random people. He waves back. Oh, legend. Oh, he's gone now. Drake Younger taking Jimmy Havoc across to the ropes. So I'm just talking, just babbling crap there as this match is continuing. Drake Younger now joining Havoc on the outside. What's he having planned here? Ah, it's one of these spiked DDTs on the apron. Havoc looks down and out. You can always tell because her arms spread. But he looks down and out. He's back to his feet though. I'll give him that. Jimmy Havoc showing his resilience. An elbow to the face. Slides back into the ring. Running neckbreaker. Drake tried to bring Havoc back to his feet, but Havoc caught him with that rake to the eyes in the tornado DDT. Havoc on the top rope. And hits the diving headbutt to the center of the back. Now Havoc twisting that arm. And just wrenching back on the neck of Drake Younger. Havoc releases the submission hold. And catches Drake with that big clothesline. Pulls him into the center of the ring. Could this be all? One. Two, only a 1 count. Drake Younger kicks out. Drake with a knee to the stomach of Havoc. There's a running neckbreaker. We go for the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Remember, we still have 2 big matches for you here this evening after this one. We're going to have Terry Funk trying to get his revenge on Tommy Dreamer this evening after Dreamer turned on him in that tag team #1 contenders match last week against RVD and Sabu. And then also in our main event, we're going to have RVD and Sabu as they take on the Dudley Boyz in an elimination tables match for the CZW Tag Team Championships. Clothesline there by Drake Younger. Just willing Havoc back to his feet. Grabs him straight away and catches him in that snapmare. The lock in the submission, just pulling back at the face with a knee right in the center of the back of Jimmy Havoc. That's not a comfortable position, let me tell you. But Havoc manages to fight his way out with that headbutt. Catches Drake in the headlock, but Drake reverses with that back elbow. Gonna go for the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Tornado DDT by Jimmy Havoc. Rolls Drake over. 1, 2. Oh, so close to a 3 count by Havoc. Drake has Havoc up on his shoulders. Mechanuku driver. Pulls Havoc into the center of the ring. Going to go for the pin here. 1, 2, 3. And Drake Younger is victorious over Jimmy Havoc. And what I must say was a fantastic match. It's a great German suplex there by Jimmy Havoc. There's a big, big clothesline, which I thought would finish the match off. But Havoc only managed to get a 1 count on that. This was a 2 count later on the match from that Tornado DDT. And this is Drake Younger getting Havoc up on his shoulders and dropping him in the Mechanuku driver. Pulls him away from the rope slightly and gets into the pin for 2 and 3. Great victory here for Drake Younger. As I said, both these guys will be looking at the top 2 championships in this roster. You've got the Wired Championship currently held by Jerry Lynn. And of course you've got the CZW World Heavyweight Championship held by Dean Ambrose. Of course known as John Moxley in his CZW days. Also there's a possibility that Drake Younger may be joining a tag team alongside Sami Callihan. Just to boost up the tag team numbers in this roster. And I think they'd be a great tag team together actually. That was one suggested by Jay in the comments. So yeah, definitely one that I think we'll go ahead with. And match number 4 this evening is going to be Tommy Dreamer taking on Terry Funk in an Extreme Rules match. And here we go, a chance for, as I've said earlier this evening, a chance for Terry Funk to gain some measure of revenge over Tommy Dreamer. Last week it was RVD and Sabu taking on the Funky Dreams. Terry Funk and Tommy Dreamer in a tag team #1 contenders match. Partway into the match, Dreamer came in the ring, attacked Funk from behind and left him to face RVD and Sabu on his own. Obviously, Funk came out on the bottom end of that deal. And now it's a chance for him to try and get a measure of revenge against who he would have called before last week, one of his bestest friends. And of course, from that match as well, we will see this evening RVD and Sabu face off against the Dudley Boyz for the Tag Team Championships in an elimination tables match. Funk now throws Dreamer into this near side corner. Dreamer reversing, they're throwing Funk back into the... Funk, sorry. We're definitely not going to do Terry Funk versus CM Punk, because that would just confuse the life out of me on the commentary. I generally slur my words as it is, but Punk versus Funk will just, like, destroy my mind. As Dreamer's the first one looking for a weapon. Funk seems to be giving him the time, and Dreamer's managed to grab himself a ladder from under the ring, but Funk's out there. Catches Dreamer in the back, he drops the ladder. Both these guys very, very close to that ladder. As Dreamer just wrenching back the arm. Sorry, Funk wrenching back the arm of Dreamer. Funk throws Dreamer back into the ring and catches him with that elbow to the face. Funk is up on the apron. Tries to come back into the ring, but Dreamer's up and waiting for him. And grabs Terry Funk and hits him with that pump handle drop. And then just the punches to the side of the face. Dreamer slides out the ring. He's managed to get hold of that ladder that he brought out earlier, slides it into the ring, and as he comes into the ring, Terry Funk slides out looking for a weapon of his own. Dreamer just marching around the ring with that ladder. Funk has a kendo stick, and it's Dreamer who comes out on top with that ladder. Funk takes it right to the side of the head, and now just attacking the grounded Funk with that ladder as well. But Funk back up to his feet and takes the ladder off Dreamer. Dreamer again taking the ladder off Funk. Oh, and there's Tommy Dreamer. Just again, just launching that ladder straight into the face of Funk, and Funk looks down and out. A man of his age should not be involved in matches like this. And Dreamer's got a sledgehammer now as well. Dreamer slides into the ring, but Funk's out there again looking for a weapon of his own. Funk's got a chair. Funk slides back into the ring. And again, Dreamer's just too quick for Funk. Funk drops that chair. And Dreamer with the double axe handle to the grounded Funk. Dreamer throwing Funk back into the ring. And now Dreamer's under the ring. Can't seem to find what he's looking for, but he grabs that chair that Funk originally brought out and catches Funk on the back, but Funk is quick enough to slide back into the ring. Takes that chair off of Dreamer. And again, Dreamer just avoids the chair. But then Funk catches him with a hip toss and he lands back first on the chair that was on the mat. Funk now with the elbows to the back of the shoulders and slamming the head of Dreamer into that chair again. Headlock, and there's the back elbow by Dreamer. Funk back to his feet. Using his knee as a weapon now. Running knee smash. Dreamer blocking the punch from Funk. Now a boot to the stomach, and there he comes now. Oh, the cheap shot. And now what's Dreamer signaling for here? He's got Funk in the DDT and rotates it round so Funk's face hits that ladder. Dreamer rolls him over, and this has got to be for free. And it is. Tommy Dreamer wins this match with the DDT onto the ladder, and Funk is still down. Funk just had no luck here. Dreamer just always seemed to be on the upper hand. And there's that DDT rotating it so Funk's face hits that ladder. And Funk was down and out from that point onwards. Easy free count for Dreamer. He's victorious here. See, Funk's still down in the background. At least he's moving now. That's the main thing. Tommy Dreamer victorious. Very happy with himself. He left his opponent his teammate Terry Funk at the hands of both RVD and Sabu last week. And now this week, Dreamer does the damage himself. I'm sure this is not going to be the last we've seen of these two in the ring together, though. And now it's time for our main event of this evening as Devon Dudley and Bubba Ray, the Dudley Boys, take on RVD and Sabu in an Elimination Table Tornado Tag Match for the Combat Zone Wrestling Tag Team Championships. Now here we go, we are underway. RVD and Sabu getting their opportunity for these Tag Team Championships. Obviously, gained the #1 contendership last week as they defeated Tommy Dreamer and Terry Funk. We saw the tables were certainly turned on Funk as Dreamer left him high and dry in the middle of the ring on his own. Of course, the tables match is probably more in favour of the Dudley Boys. This is their match. This is their forte. It's also the way they won the Tag Team Championships a few weeks back at the Tournament of Death pay-per-view, defeating the Wyatt family, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. Sabu takes that table away from Devon, and Devon takes it again away from Sabu. RVD in control of Bubba Ray, but Bubba just throwing RVD over the top. Went to clothesline him off the edge. RVD avoids it, and now RVD and Bubba on the outside. Bubba catches RVD with a big clothesline. Sabu now the knee to the face of Devon as Bubba sets up the table in the corner. Just whips RVD into the corner against the table. And looks like Bubba's going to go for a powerbomb. Oh, as also Devon tried to spear Sabu through the table. And one of the tables in the background seems to have glitched there and is currently sitting inside part of the ring. There we go, it seems to have fixed itself now. As Devon just throws Sabu straight at the top of his head. As Bubba's just dancing away with his punches, the big one to finish off. Bubba now, for some reason, takes the table down and puts it straight back up in exactly the same place. Because this game, for some reason, the AI really works funny around tables in this game. Running neckbreaker by Bubba Ray. Sabu again fighting Devon off. Gets around the back and now Sabu looks like he's going to try and set Devon up, but Devon fights Sabu away. Remember, this is an elimination tables match. Whoever gets the first elimination will definitely be in a much stronger position. However, if you've been watching the Attitude Era roster, when we had our table elimination match in the first round of the Tag Team #1 Contendership Tournament, the team that went down 1-0, I think it was Mankind and The Rock, the team that went down 1-0 still managed to come back to make it 1-1. As Bubba Ray, oh, what a fantastic way to put someone through a table. That just worked so perfectly as Bubba just caught Sabu, who was up on the corner, slams him through the table, and now Bubba has RVD up on the table as well. Devon comes off the top, and the Dudley Boys successfully defend their Tag Team Championships here in a fantastic match. That first elimination of Sabu was just absolutely perfect. The game, here it is. As you see, Bubba just takes Sabu off the top and slams him through that table. And then it was down to 2-on-1. Bubba set RVD up, and it was Devon using that splash to put RVD through the table. Great title defense here by RVD. Great title defense here by the Dudley Boys against RVD and Sabu. They fought incredibly hard to win these belts from the Wyatt family, and they're not going to give them up that easily. Absolutely fantastic match. One of the best table matches I think the game has ever put on for me. That first elimination was fantastic, and it almost seemed like the second one was teamwork. I know there's not a lot of AI in this game, but that's worked out perfectly, really. Anyway, guys, that is the end of this episode of Hardcore Television here on the CZW brand of our Universe mode. Hope you've all enjoyed it. Once again, check out the description below for links to all of the other rosters we're currently running. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Shabby Gamer, and goodbye.